Sam. Good morning. Johnson & Johnson was called out, still looking good. And the market very, very undecided here. Oil and gas pretty strong here this morning. Most of them are up pretty nicely. Murphy oil up about 3.5%. Noble Energy up about 4.8%. American Express looking pretty nice here as well. Nice little chart on American Express. Again, earnings been moving up here again. Just kind of drifts around until it catches up with the 8. Now it's coming off of the 8, moving up nicely. That's a pretty nice long right there on AMX for a swing trade. AXP, I'm sorry, not AMX, AXP, American Express. Yeah, all the oil and gas stocks doing pretty nicely here. Darden short again. It was called out yesterday. DRI, another decent short setup, and DRI still moving down here. Here it is right here. Market again doing nothing. Broke down below that level. That's nice look on DRI. Again, it was a short yesterday that was called out of the room. Only has monthlies. Spreads are pretty wide. Can't really trade the spreads on these things. They were bad. That was the reason I couldn't take it yesterday. CoreWeave really weak today as well. CoreWeave down 13% off of earnings. Rimmel, crappy mess today. Yes, it is. It's a big mess. That's what it looked like, Shy. Shy said the spy looked like a cat in the wintertime when you open the door, pokes the nose out. It came right back in. That's and again, it doesn't mean this one candle doesn't mean anything. If there's going to be a drop, you'd have to have continuation. This is just choppy, very low probability trading environment. LPT here, LPTE here. Market internal is still bullish. It's still moving up. Now, yeah, the industrials have been grinding up all day. The 30 industrials. BK all-time high, Maxim. Thank you. That was you, Scott, Roger, and DRA. Yeah, took profits already. That was a nice call out. I didn't take any yesterday. The options were too expensive. I could have shorted the stock, of course, but I didn't. All right, we'll look for some more intraday trades here if I can find anything. Again, I'm leaning long, so. Lily moving sideways here. The one I already called out a couple of times. Pretty close to the all-time high here right now. Pull back to the 8, just riding right along the 8 right now. SMR bounced right off of that support level. See what it does. I'm not finding anything I want to trade, even intraday right now. Visual. Teva looks like a nice day trade long, getting above earnings high and nice momentum intraday. Teva. Yeah, nice move in Teva. Coming right off of the 8. Yeah, that's a nice setup on Teva. Very nice. Yeah, I like Teva. That's a nice look on Teva. Visual. Very nice. Very nice look on Teva. Don't know what the option looks like on Teva. Thoughts on NXT, Sacklin? NXT. Yeah, I don't like it right now. It's right back to the 8 exponential moving average. You got to see some. You've got to see some convincing moves here. A lot of gaps on this stock. It's a solar stock, very news driven. It is a PBO, but this is no confirmation that that's going to bounce right now. At least in my opinion. Just chopping all over the place here. Not much rhyme or reason to the market right now. SPY bouncing again now. Coming up off the 8 and the VWAP right here. Again, we don't have a lot of confidence in it here after that big red candlestick. So I'm just watching. Hey Alex, good morning. Yeah, doing fine. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thanks for all the YouTube folks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We've had a pretty nice morning here in the room. Made some profits on IBB. We took IBB off for a nice profit this morning. We took SMR off, Schwab off for a big, huge profit this morning. This is the weekly ATM we've had on for 3 weeks. Ended up $250 a contract profit on Schwab. Very nice. I took IBM off, was one of the ones I had on for a nice profit. We're still trying to get filled on Apple. We just put a weekly ATM back on Sophie again today for 49 cents, $49. This is the one we put on yesterday, and we took 50% profit in about 2 hours on it. But this I'm anticipating we're going to keep this on for a few weeks. We'll see. Very choppy. Again, low probability trading environment today. Not a good day to be taking trades. Okay, see if we have any more questions here. I'm just looking around. Teva's a nice setup. It's just kind of churning around right now, up and down. But it's a beautiful chart on the daily chart here, JBS. Deep Teva, very nice Teva. But on the 5 minute right now, it's kind of trying to get above here, but come back. It's got some decent options on it. A little bit widespread, but decent options. There's the market internals, by the way. Been moving up all morning as the market has been kind of chaotic. This is a low probability trading environment. This is LPTE. Means generally speaking, you don't want to be taking trades today. APH, Sacklin, APH. Again, a daily chart, it's decent. Right here, don't know what the options look like. Nice pattern here. It's pulled back at a PBO. Notice again, right through the 8, right to the 15, bounced off the 15 here and here. Now back up again. Just putting in this is like a doji sandwich setup right now, potentially to move higher from here tomorrow, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a nice, that's an interesting look on that one. Sacklin, I kind of like that setup. I don't really like any setups right now today because the market stinks. Is that more of a better chart that you want to see in the daily? Yes. Yes, that is Sacklin. It's better daily chart than NXT for sure. That's called context. You know, context of the daily chart is when you're looking at the price action over a period of time, what the context is. This is a pretty nice context on APH. You can see it puts in pretty small candles, some wicks and tails, but generally speaking, it's in an uptrend. And this is a decent uptrend right here. Apple pulling back just a bit now. Again, rod of IBB, which is very strong today. Could have stayed in a little longer, I guess, but I didn't, and I took profits in it. Schwab continuing to move up almost to 97, so I'm glad we get out of that one on Schwab. And Sophie, we put Sophie on. Let's see how that does. Market just absolutely doing nothing here. RNSE, I took IBB off this morning. Took a decent profit on it. It's gone up more since then, but again, you know, we get to the point where time becomes an issue. We put this one on the 31st. Haven't been really green on it very much this whole time, so I took it off today for 7.25. I'm happy with the profits. It's a good profit. I could keep going, but again, it expires next week. I don't want to leave it on there too long, and it's getting moved up nicely today. But it was a very nice trade. SPY, just horrible. This is just terrible price action. Market internals drifted down a little bit, but now they're bouncing a little bit. IBB starting to come back down. again, with this market price move, it doesn't give you a lot of high probability trade setups. You gotta rely on any individual stock to carry the load itself. And a lot of this stuff is just really just chopping around right now. Most of the semiconductors have taken a pretty good hit today. This is really some really crap trading here. By making another move here off the 8 and the 15. See if we can get above this 680 level. Market internals remain bullish. 682.87 is a resistance on the SPY now. After 12 o'clock. Not much to do here. I can't find anything to trade, really. Really hard to find anything right now. To have a pullback. Lift, just kind of moving sideways here. Uber, not doing anything. Johnson & Johnson is a good one. That was called out earlier. That's still moving up beautifully today on Johnson & Johnson. It's a good swing trade. It's getting a little extended for the intraday right now, but it's still following the 8 up beautifully on J&J. J&J looks good. So does AXP. AXP looks pretty nice as well, American Express. I took some AXP calls for next week. I'm going to try to day trade this, but I did take next week. I want to give myself some time. The setup is pretty nice on the daily chart on AXP right here. I like the trend on this thing running along the 8. I'm going to try to get out of it today, but I did go next week with the 365 calls. 365 calls. I paid $10 for them. 365 calls for $10 on AXP. Long AXP. Next week's calls, looking to do an intraday trade on it. Okay, an AXP. I'll put this in here. I'm not going to alert on it, but I'll put it in here. November 21st, 365 calls. $10. Okay, Long American Express. I'm going to try to day trade it, but we'll see what happens. I also like J&J, but I'm not going to take too many things right here. J&J looks very nice as well. Again, market not doing much of anything here. Market internals holding up okay. They're getting a little choppy right now. And again, I took American Express. And we also have a weekly ATM on Sophie that we put on today. Oops, not Sofu, but Sophie. Right there. $30 is what we sold, and 27 puts in December is what we bought. Yeah, if I get a run up an AXP to over $372, I'll probably take profits on it. But I do like it. That's why I took next week. I want to be able to hold it if I need to. About 12:15 right now. 12:15. Probably eat lunch around 12:30. SPY move, still moving up here. Nice little move in the SPY now. We're breaking out a little bit. Again, here's the gap fill right here. 681.28. Very close to the gap fill on the SPY. Pretty nice move in the SPY right here. Again, market internals have remained bullish most of the day, so that's why I was leaning toward the long side. I just couldn't find an awful lot. I did take AXP here. FedEx making a big, huge move. FedEx making a big, huge move here. European markets had some pretty big moves this morning. The FTSE was up. Britain's FTSE was up 1.26%. Germany's DAX up 0.57. France's CAC up about France's CAC 1.29, and Spain's IBEX up 1.34%. These are pretty nice gains over there today. FedEx. I don't know what the news in FedEx. It just says a volume surge. There's a lot of volume on FedEx right there, pushing this thing up. And I'm not chasing that. American Express moving up nicely. Yeah, we took this trade in AXP. Paid $10 for those calls. They're going for about 10.25 right now, so just up about a quarter. Looking for a run up. Again, it doesn't have an awful lot of resistance here as the levels above it. In fact, none. This looks like an all-time high American Express. Yeah, all-time high American Express. put a sell order on AXP at $12 just in case. Want to have one working. Sell order for $12, American Express. Sophie gone from 49 to about 56 right now. Still in charter with a put debit spread. It's trading at 210.64. I got a 210, 207.50 on it. Paid $1.10 for it. It's trading at $1.22. I got a $1.60 sell order. It got to about $1.55 this morning when it hit the low. Low was about 208.37. So, but it's still very bearish. I mean, this is a bearish setup on charter. Really a bearish setup. You can see the drop down here. I put that on yesterday. AXP looking nice. Okay, a lot of questions here. What about WDC for a day trade, Ramkumar? WDC. Yeah, it's a decent setup on WDC for a day trade. The daily chart's fine on it as well, but day trading it's a little extended, not much. But yeah, this is a decent entry for it right here too as well. Breaking above the 8 and the 15 right here, and above the VWAP. That's a good entry in WDC. Thoughts on Lumen, Zachlin? I looked at that this morning. Again, the stock is breaking down. It needs to stay above the 15 at the end of the day today. If it breaks down below the 15 on Lumen, you're probably going to have to take a loss on it. Again, we took profits on it up here, and I know some people are still in it, and it looked pretty good up until today. This is pretty ugly candle. It's not huge volume, but if it stays below the 15 right here, you probably need to take this trade off. Yeah, frustrating. I don't blame you. Could we do a call debit spread for next week's AXP? You can't afford it. Yeah, I think next week's AXP debit spread would be fine. Yep. Market into the gap. Thanks, Shy. Q still weak. Yeah, Dow Jones still moving up. Dow Jones very strong today. Ramkama, BE holding the 8 EMA in the daily. Yeah, Bloom Energy. Yeah, it came right down to the 15 this morning. Again, I emphasized this in the video I did last night. The 8-15 combination works a lot. A lot of times it'll come down through the 8 support. Here it broke down. But a lot of times it'll come down and support it like it did there, like it did here, like it did here today. And this Bloom Energy. And this has been a nice trade. It's a little bit choppy right now. It's very similar to GLW as far as the price action on it is concerned. Hey, Sergio. No sound from me. I got my mic on. You should be able to hear me. I'm thinking everybody else can. Yeah. Coming up for 12:24. There's Teva. There goes the move in Teva right there. That would have been a very nice one to take. Get a nice pop there in Teva. Ford is pull back, move back up again. Ford still is a decent looking daily chart as well. Yeah, I'd take a vertical debit spread for 1 November. You probably mean the 21st of November is. You would be doing it for next week. I don't think I would take it for this week. I mean, you can. You can do it. You can do a vertical spread for this week on AXP if you want to. I'm giving it a little bit of time in case it pulls back tomorrow, but I think for next week, it might be a little bit better to do it that way. Yeah, November 21st. Yeah, I think that's okay. If you don't want to risk $1,000, yeah. Well, you don't have to take the trade at all. I mean, you don't have to take the trade. J&J looking nice as well. Ari points out all biotechs are popping right now. Yeah, pushing IBB up even some more. Market's starting to pull back though. You can see here. Got to be quick on these trades today. You really have to be quick. I don't mind staying in American Express for a bit. I mean, it's got a nice daily chart in it, which is why I took next week's. Make sure if you do the debit spread on American Express that you're getting you're not paying too much for it. You want to make sure you get in with well less than half of the spread between the two strikes you use. SMR bounced right off that support level earlier. FedEx still moving up. I don't know what's going on with FedEx. Speaking at a conference, that's the news. FedEx is speaking at a Baird conference. They must have said something that they liked. It's a pretty big candle today. I don't think I could probably do a strangle on this. It's going to just be justifiable. It's too expensive for strangle on or straddle on a FedEx. Spreads are pretty wide on it on this big pop. SPY almost flat here today. After this gap down, it's only down 0.05% now. Q's down quite a bit more, about over 0.5% on the Q's. IWM also down, not much, almost flat. Q's IWM is almost green. These are Dow Jones Industrials. I don't think it's going to put that on there for me. The Dow Jones is up 0.8% today, up almost $400. Okay, so we have any questions? Hey Sam, good. You can hear me on YouTube. Thank you very much. Yeah, take lunch here in about 5 or 10 minutes. See if we have any questions in the room. Doug? Been trading SPY calls. The average holding time is 5 minutes. Yeah, that's probably about right. That's scalping again. Scalping is not something that everybody should be doing, but right now, I mean, that's what you have to do. You have to be able to read price action. SPY Super System gives us a really big edge at trading that kind of stuff. Hey, Sacklin, you completely forgot about being below half. It's critical when you take a debit spread. Put debit spread, call debit spread. That the difference between the two strikes, what you're paying for that trade, needs to be less than half of the spread. If you get a $5 spread, you need to get in for 220, 215, 225, well less than 250. If you don't do that, you're skewing you're skewing the trade to the negative side. You're just paying too much for it. UPS moving up as well. Yeah, it doesn't, not surprising off the FedEx move. UPS moving up pretty strongly here. Nothing like FedEx. I mean, FedEx with a big move. Starting to flatten out just a bit here now. Again, we took AXP, still riding AXP up. All right, I'm going to get ready to get some lunch. Getting pretty hungry, so I'm going to shut down the YouTube feed now, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks everybody from YouTube. Appreciate you being here today so much. And I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, and we'll be back tomorrow at about 11:30 for another exciting day here in the market. All right. Again, hey, thanks, Sam. And if you want to join me over here in the room, join the alert service, or take advantage of the software. You can buy the software, the SPY Super System. Just go to rightlinetrading.com, and you can get it right there. Just if you call, just talk to Rory. He'll guide you through it. Let him know what you want. And he'll take care of you. All right. So I guess we'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, YouTubers.